Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's having an awesome night. I had to jump on in this very moment to share a very profound and amazing experience that we just had with our children, and especially our 7-year-old. As parents, we try really hard to not argue or get angry at each other in front of children. I think many parents try that, and sometimes emotions get so high and our reactions just come out that we fail. And that's definitely something that happened tonight to us right before our dinner. We had an awesome evening and got ready for dinner, and a situation happened and a couple things happened, and the next thing you know, somebody's slamming a door going outside, and then someone comes in and kicks shoes, and someone's plugging their ears, and it just was a really unpleasant situation. And so as we just got ready for bed and put the kids down, our 7-year-old said, "Family meeting." And so we're all sitting on the bed, and he said, "This was the most horrible night. There was people slamming doors, people kicking things, people covering their ears, and I want to know why it happened." And wow, that's coming from a 7-year-old, which completely blew me out of the water. And so my husband took it, and he said, as parents, we try really hard to model very good and appropriate and positive behavior. And sometimes we fail, and we failed tonight. And he just kind of kept on that track a little bit. And then the 7-year-old said, "Well, I feel like I know how it started, and it was my fault." And so, of course, we had to backtrack and make sure he had completely understood it was not his fault that started the situation, and had to make that very clear. But the reflection that I have taken from this was our children are so thoughtful, and they're impressionable, and they know what's going on. And for him to analyze a situation and come up with that was pretty impressive. And to then ask the question why it happened, and yet it gave us the opportunity in that moment to actually tell him, we failed. We failed at what we should be doing, and we did not model the appropriate behavior at that moment correctly for either of you. And it just kind of set us on a great conversation track. And so that was pretty awesome. This is super hard for me to share because I'm putting it all out there, but this is what happens in families and at homes and behind closed doors. And I really believe many, 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 many parents work so hard, and they try so hard not to model that kind of behavior. And sometimes it just happens. And to be able to have a discussion with your children about it versus ignoring it and seeing it go on and see it over and over and multiple times is super important. So I just wanted to share that. I'm still a little emotional about it, and I'm shaking a little bit, but it's all good. And I am psyched that our 7-year-old asked the question, called us out on it, and it's a huge learning experience for my husband and I to figure out what we do next when our emotions are running really high, when our children are around us, and how we have to handle that situation before things completely fly off the handle in front of them, because we do try really hard to model appropriate behavior, and it's something that we work on every single day. So don't be too hard on yourself. If it happens, and know that there's always ways to discuss this stuff. Our kids are smart. Discuss it with them. I surely don't want my children to use that behavior in the future with anybody. And so it is so important to talk about that behavior and identify it and know when you do something wrong. And it's okay to know that sometimes we fail and we make mistakes, and we just learn from them, like everything in life. So I hope somebody gets something out of this. It was, like I said, so profound of an experience tonight, and it's sitting pretty heavy on my heart right now. And I love my children for asking the question and calling us out. I think it's amazing. All right, have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.